Hello everybody and welcome back to another post that I put on Twitter. So this week I'm gonna answer two of my questions that I put on poll and what the people answered. So the first question I answered was which was the most exciting fight? Like which anime fight was the most exciting of this year at least? That's what I presumably this year that's all I'm gonna say because if I put it all around, I had to put some of the best fights, and I have a lot of best fights in my opinion. There are a lot of best fights. So a lot of people went for Vegeta versus Toppo, but I put on the option was Vegeta versus Toppo, which obviously was an awesome fight. Not gonna lie. Uh, I even made a video on it just because that fight was so awesome. I had to make a video on it as a Vegeta fan because that was good. Midoriya versus Todoroki. Todoroki? What the hell is Todoroki? Midoriya versus Todoroki or Deku versus Todoroki from My Hero Academia. Damn good fight. Not gonna lie, another damn good fight. Like I believe that is one of the best fights I've seen in years. I'm not gonna lie, one of the best fights I've seen in years. And then there was Eren versus the Armored Titan. Yeah, I had to take that too because it's one of the best fights I've seen in Attack of Titans at least, and maybe one of the best fights I've seen this year because I couldn't think of any other but Eren versus the Armored Titan. Because technically, the previous good fight in the deck of Titan was Eren versus the other Titan. What was the name? The female Titan. I don't remember. Uh, yeah, whatever. Eren versus Armored Titan. That was another fight I was gonna put in. That I put in. Not gonna put in. Just put in. So yeah. So first of all, Vegeta versus Toppo. I'm gonna say hands down, it was one of the best fights I've seen. A lot of people say that, but it's more like I, I'm pretty much split up on Midoriya versus Todoroki and Vegeta versus Toppo because both of those fights are one of my favorite fights that I've seen. Cause not gonna lie, both of my favorite fights this year. At least this year, these fights have been much in my favor. Cause I can go back and watch Midoriya vs Todoroki over and over and over again and still not get bored. That fight was so brilliant. Like I'm not gonna lie, My Hero is like one of my favorite manga and anime. Basically, yeah, I'm pretty much caught up to the manga, so I'm don't worry about that. So yeah, and like Black Clover, which I still have to get catch up with because I'm about 81 chapters in for Black Clover, I think so. And then there are a lot of mangas I want to read, like Seven Deadly Sins. I want to read that manga, but as anime is going on, I'll read it after the anime is done and dusted. Then after that, there's a lot of manga that I'll read. That's all I'm gonna put out there. But yeah, Midoriya versus Todoroki. Yep, definitely, hands down. For me, that is the fight that I'll go for. Cause even though Vegeta versus Toppo was more impactful, I would say Midoriya versus Todoroki. I'm just gonna say that's hands down for me the best fight of the season. So I'm sorry, Vegeta. Even though I'm a big Vegeta fan, I have to go for Midoriya versus Todoroki. Like, it's one of the best fights I've seen. Like, hands down, one of the best fights I've seen. Now, this was a pretty interesting question that I asked, and a pretty interesting answers I got. Like, I asked which was the best anime version, not the manga, cause obviously my favorite manga version is part 5, which is uh Ventura Archer or something like that. I just remember them by parts. I would search up. I remember these ones by name because they're anime made, but mangas I only remember part. I know they are up to part 8 in manga, and I've read up to part 7, if I'm correct. The alternate reality JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but in anime, I switch. I didn't remember Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency because for some reason I forgot the names of those. I was about to write part one and part two. I was like, oh, I'm not a pro JoJo. I'm not a pro JoJo fan. I'm sorry. Jeez. But yeah, my options were like Phantom Blood, which I'm quite surprised that a lot of people don't like it. I guess. I mean, I liked it. I'm not lying. I kind of liked it, but again, then there's Battle Tendency, which is obviously awesome, because Joseph does some crazy stuff in that. Stardust Crusader, invention of stands. Diamond is unbreakable. Don't mess with my hair. Like, dude, don't mess with my hair, or even like compliment my hair. I don't know, like whatever. Don't mess with his hair. Trust me. Don't mess with his hair. Diamond is unbreakable. That's basically the plot of Diamond is Unbreakable. So I am quite surprised. I thought that people would like Phantom Blood, but I guess yeah, Phantom Blood is the least liked part because it was just the basis, the beginning of what everything was. Like it was just the basics of everything. But I like Phantom Blood. I think so. My least like was Battle Tendency because the story had nothing to do. Even though there was a lot of impactful things happening in Battle Tendency, the story had nothing to do with the other parts like Stardust Crusader, I Was Unbreakable, uh, even what's the name? Part 5. Uh, Geo's part was nothing that I could do, and then there was part 6, which had nothing to do with part 2. So I think that the part 2 is the most useless one out of all of them, except for some character building for Joseph. Yeah, Joseph, because the first part had Jonathan. So Joseph, yeah, it was for some, except for some part building for Joseph, like some character development for Joseph. That's all we got in that. Like my favorite is part 3, Stardust Crusader, hands down, hands down. Again, a huge Jotaro fan, so hands down, Stardust Crusader is my favorite. I would say that Diamond is Unbreakable is also one of my favorite parts, and also part 5. But if I had to choose between those, I would still hands down choose Stardust Crusader. Not gonna lie, hands down Stardust Crusader, just because Stardust Crusader is awesome in my opinion. Like, dude, who doesn't want the aura against the Muda? Like, dude, that is one hell of a fight. Like, dude, come on. Who doesn't want to see Star Platinum go against the world? Like, dude, come on. You have to give credits to Stardust Crusader. It's awesome. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, it's awesome. I'm not gonna lie, Diamond is Unbreakable is also awesome. I am not gonna lie to that too, cause, bruv, spoilers for anybody who doesn't know. Like, Diamond is Unbreakable. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, Kira, one of the best villains I've seen. I would say he was even better than Dio. A lot of people like Dio. I'm gonna say hands down say Kira would have been an even better villain than Dio. Hands down gonna say, because if I ask in my favorite villain from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, hands down Kira. I'm gonna say Kira. Like, dude, Kira was so good. I'm not gonna lie. He was so good, and I was like, bruv, if this guy is a villain, if this guy was a JoJo's main villain, that is Dio, I would have loved the shit out of this guy, because the way he is portrayed to be, like a serial killer who destroys everybody's bodies and leaves you know what I'm talking about. He does weird stuff with their hands, with the ladies' hands. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then his stand, Kira's stand is also like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, Kira's stand is one of the most awesome stats I've ever seen. Like, dude, this guy just this guy puts a loop, like literally. He puts what's his name? The kid. His like the kid. What's the kid's name? I forgot. But yeah, the kid. He puts the kid on a loophole so that he could just until he lets what's the name? Jotaro, Josuke, and Koichi, and all the others, the Rohan, everybody out there die. He's just gonna be on a loop because he's got what was it called again? I can't remember. Time bomb, tiger bomb. I don't remember. But yeah, that's that's hands down Kira, one of the best villains I think I've seen in the whole anime, and like all the animes I've watched so far. I think so. I'll give him one of the best villains I've ever seen. Maybe a top 10 best villain. I'm not sure, but Kira would be up there in the top 10 best villains. I'm not sure which position I would put him in, but yeah, he would hands down be in the top 10 best villains. And I think so. That's it for this week. Two questions that I've answered are, you can answer that in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, also share, and then also subscribe. Remember to also hit the notification bell, because I don't know why I went that. Yeah, don't forget to hit the notification bell if you guys want to receive a notification. And I'll see you in the next week. As always, peace.